a really powerful blowing fan. You know, the fan that kind of, you know, the ones they use in Bollywood that make your hair go all like horizontal to the ground. And the challenge is, I give you this deck of playing cards, and I want you to simply get as many of these cards into that fan as possible. And I must tell you, I've had amazing responses. I mean, I get guys that scan the angle, we're going to go like this, like, twing, 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 you know, and try and get as many as we can. Then I get the other guy who steps up and goes, twing, 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 twing. And he got quite a few in. Then I even get those that kind of defy the odds, you know, they walk up to the fan blowing, and they get their fingers in there. They get some of their fingers cut off, but they get some deck of cards into that fan. And thank God it's only a metaphoric challenge, otherwise I'd be cleaning up blood and fingers out of my floor. And those are all well and fine, they're amazing strategies and they're amazing techniques. But if I had to ask you, and those who know the answer to this don't answer, if I had to ask you guys, what would you think would be the most productive and effective way to get as many of these playing cards into that fan as possible? What would you say? What would you think? What would you do? Anyone? Going from the top? That's a good technique. Anyone else? Switch the fan off. Now, that's profound. I mean, just simply switch the fan off. And then you can get all the cards into the fan without chopping off your fingers and win the challenge. And today, that is what I'm going to ask each and every one of you to do. I want us to switch off this conscious mind. When we switch off this conscious mind and we switch on the subconscious mind, it's more of an emotional well-being than a thought-out well-being. So I simply want you to just switch off this logical mind, the mind that kind of tells you all your sabotages and all your logical reasons. Just switch it off, and instead of hearing me, just feel me. Just listen with your subconscious mind and get into the state of having a really, really good chat. You know, that's where insights are found. When we have a quiet mind and a really good feeling, that's the perfect place for an insight. For example, if you wanted to get a bus and you didn't know the bus schedule, where would the best place to get a bus be? To stand at the bus stop. So the bus stop for insights is a quiet mind and a good feeling. So just relax, ease into the day, chill back, and don't think about what you're hearing, just feel what you're hearing. The problem is when I get you into this NLP state, any mistakes I make, you're going to pick it up because you're going to be so awake. But nonetheless, I'm going to take my chances anyway. So, my name is Khalid and I'm a cognitive therapist, better known as a life coach. But I don't particularly like the term life coach because life coaching would say that I empower people's lives, and I don't do that. I simply have experiences and techniques that assist people in empowering their own lives. I don't, you know, we all like flowing on this river of life, and now and then we all get stuck behind some reeds. And we don't need therapy. We don't need counseling. All we need is a little nudge. And this little nudge just continues on this river of life, continues you to flow on this river of life and ultimately reach where you're going to. And as we know, there is real no destination. I have a mantra that says, my journey is indeed my destination. So I'm not here because I'm smarter than anyone, or because I'm cleverer than anyone, or I've learned more, I've studied more. I'm simply here today because I've made many more mistakes than most of you today. I've had many more experiences in my life. And what makes me a coach is simply the ability to impart these experiences and make you understand on how to change the way we look at things. It's been said that a good coach is one who can bring out the genius in you. But a great coach is one who has experienced or is experiencing the results you want from your life. And what has changed all of that for me is simply this thought that when I start to change the way I think about things, the things that I think about start to change. And I want to say to you that there is nothing that binds us except our thoughts. There is nothing that controls us except our fears. And there is nothing that limits us except our beliefs. So I'm going to say that one more time. There's nothing that binds us except our thoughts. There's nothing that controls us except our fears. And there's nothing that limits us except our beliefs. And when I start changing the way I look at things, the results I expect from my life start to change. And I'm going to show and prove to you that this is not just a play of words. This is a harsh reality. I'm going to cite a little story. And actually the story, man, the Yusuf story to me, I think when I was in standard 9, at that time it was quite a joke. It's still a joke, but I'm going to get you to respond to this story. So I want you to imagine that you're in your home, it's nighttime, and you're about to go out on a hot date. So you're all dressed up, you're sitting with your car keys, and you're just waiting for the clock to strike the right time so you can leave on this date. And a few minutes before you're about to go out, there's a power outage. And your house is gone pitch dark. It's been plagued into darkness. You can't even see your own hand, it's so dark in the house. So you get up to leave, and as you get up, you stumble over some of the furniture and your car keys fall down. And you start frantically looking for the car keys all over the place. And it's so dark, you just can't find these car keys. And the more frantic you get, the more you lose you, and you just can't find these car keys. But while you're on the ground looking around, you look outside and you notice that the street light outside is still burning. And you think, listen, I've got an idea. So you walk over all of this furniture and get out of the house, half damaged. You go under the street light and you start looking for where the brightest part of the street light is burning. And you start looking for your house, for your car keys over there. And a few minutes later, your neighbor comes by and looks at you and goes, what's going on? You say, no, listen, I'm going out on a date and I can't find my car keys. So the neighbor says, okay, no problem, I'll assist you. So the two of you are on the ground, you're looking around the circle and you go around the light, you're looking frantically together. And after a few minutes, your neighbor looks at you and goes, are you sure you lost the car keys over here? Because we circulated the place like 7 times and there's no keys. And you look at the neighbor and you tell the neighbor, no, actually I didn't lose my car keys over here. I actually lost my keys in the dark house over there. But it was too dark in there. I chose to come look for it out here in the light. Now I see a lot of you giggling and smirking. And that is how profoundly insane we are in our lives. When we are searching for something inside of us, we are perpetually looking for it outside of us. You cannot find it. It reigns within. It's right here. It is inside of you. It is not outside of you. It is as nonsensical as looking for the key that you dropped inside under the light. So, today I want to speak about this mindset, and I call it dream flowing. And dream flowing is a new conceptualization that has just been conceived maybe about a year ago. It's obviously existed from time, but I think today the gurus and the spiritual leaders and the great authors have kind of conceptualized this flow dreaming, and it's become a new wave. It's a wave that I've adopted and it's changed my life. And dream flowing is almost like between meditation and manifestation. The space you get between is a combination of the two. And the beauty about this flow dreaming concept is, for meditation you need to retreat to a really quiet place. For manifestation you need to elevate to a spiritual place. Flow dreaming can be done as you're sitting here. Flow dreaming can be done in the elevator going up to your office, on the way while you're dropping the kids at school, while you're busy cooking, while you're having a shower. Flow dreaming can be done anytime, every time, anywhere, everywhere. So what is flow dreaming? And before I start about flow dreaming, I want to cite a poem of Rumi, who was talking about flow dreaming in the 12th century. I'm sure most of you guys know about Rumi. And Rumi said that when I run after what I think I want, my day is furnished with stress and anxiety. If I sit in a place of patience, whatever I need flows to me and without pain. From this I understand that whatever I want is also wanting me, is searching for me, and is attracting me. There is a secret here so huge for anyone who can grasp it. That's awesome. Rumi was mind-blowing. He was talking about flow dreaming back in the 12th century. And you know, I want to send love and light to his soul. He's empowered us, he's illuminated us. His poetry has immortalized his message. And I hope that he's residing in the abode together with his great and divine spirit that he so spoke about and submitted to through all of his poetry and all of his life. So love and light to you, Rumi. And thank you for illuminating us. And it's taken us like 10 centuries, but I think we like get it. You know, the secret that he spoke about, I think we like, I don't think we get everything, but I think we like get enough. And this is what I'm going to speak about today. It's called flow dreaming. You know that mystical mindset when you're flowing and everything in your life goes right. It's like the day you wake up from the right side of the bed. And everything goes right that day. You can't believe what magic pitches up and whatever you needed pitches up and the guy you're waiting to speak pitches up and the lady you wanted to chat with, the God on date with calls you and everything just flows. And it kind of tends amount to success. And you speak to a lot of these successful people and they kind of perpetually flowing in this abundance, they're flowing in this success and they're flowing in their relationships, in their health, their bodies look good, their hair looks good. They're driving the nicest cars. They're living a really flowing life. And a common thread to an answer to the question as to how come you're there was simply one word. And that was luck. What is luck? According to Voltaire, luck was a word we invented to express the known effects derived from unknown causes. Let me just say that again. Luck is a word we invented to express known effects derived from unknown causes. Isn't that powerful? Bob Proctor says there's either luck or there's law. But what is this unknown cause? And we all have to agree that this unknown cause has to be coming from a multi-super consciousness up there. And also, the consciousness could not replay and reflect anything that you yourself didn't vibrate with the frequency to get that reflection. So what we come down to is we actually create our own luck. We come down to that we didn't even know, or that successful guy didn't even know, successful guy or successful lady, didn't even know that they didn't even know that they were vibrating this frequency of abundance, of success, of greatness. And the mirror reflects from outside of you. The universe will reflect deeper what you give it out. And whatever you give out will get back. We all know it's the law of attraction. So sometimes we subconsciously flowing in this flow. We don't even know that we're flowing in this flow and we're receiving all of this. But then there are many times when we are not flowing in this flow. And that's what I want to talk about today. Flow dreaming. So, I see you guys are all there, you're all in state. But before I start explaining, I'm going to get you guys to breathe a little more, because everyone just breathes to live. You know, we have trillions of cells in our body, and how do we keep these cells oxygenated? Simply by breathing. When we breathe, we activate these cells, we make them perform at the optimum level, and we then get into better state. So if you guys are going to oblige me, I'm going to get everyone to stand up for a little bit. And I want to do 3 aha breaths, okay? So it's from the abdomen, we're going to breathe in, really deep. We're going to hold it in for a while, and then we're going to release it. And I want you to tell me how energized you feel. And this is also me just getting you into that peak state, so you can absorb everything I'm saying into your DNA. So just at your own leisure, 3 deep breaths, like hold it in for a while, and just release. And again. Come, feel the energy flowing. Feel good. It's that subconscious mind. Forget the logical mind. How they're looking, how am I breathing? Am I breathing too loud? Am I breathing too soft? Don't worry about all of that. Just breathe. Cool. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to give you one more exercise, not a drilling exercise. Most of you know each other, but I want you to turn around to your partner next to you, shake hands for like 10 seconds, introduce yourself, look them in the eye. You know the number one stimulant to a human being today is another human being. And we kind of discard that all the time with technology and media and social media, that we even forget to get stimulated. So just look at the person next to you, introduce yourself, and shake hands for like 10 seconds. Let's get the oxytocin flowing. Let's get the human touch chemical flowing, and you'll feel much better.